Oh my gosh. Does it not feel like, I don't know, forever? I guess really the only thing we can do at this point, y'all, let's go ahead and step into the goddess realm. Hey, hey, hey. So, two things. Number one, this is super important. I just looked down and realized my sports bra is on inside out. All right, we're just gonna let that one ride. Oh my god, you guys, I make myself giggle sometimes. What was number two? Hey, good to see you again. Hey, Javon. Hey, Danny. I am so glad y'all are here. It has been a wild last 10 days. Not even so much having to do anything with Harvey, but just, a lot going on and a lot of shifts and blah blah blah. So anyway, I'm Sharita Bagby with I Am Goddess Life, and welcome to the Goddess Realm. Today we are going to dive back into our goddess readings, but before we get started, you know the deal. Grab your water, let's social it up, chug a lug, make sure you hit like when you're done. Let's make it happen. Okay, so yeah, Hurricane Harvey, that was really annoying. I'd cared not to do that again. Sending mad love to my Florida friends, to especially those of you who are definitely southern Florida and on or near the coast, and really to my Caribbean family and my future home and all that good jazz. So, and then of course there's like wildfires in the Northwest, and then there's been crazy storms in the Northeast. So really just sending love to everyone, that we all find peace and prosperity in this wildness of weather. You know what is so crazy, guys? Like when I sit back and I look at the meteorologists, well, not the meteorologists, but as the maps move, like as devastating as all of this craziness is, it's like this really wild, fantastical dance of Mother Nature. How if this low pressure comes over here, it's going to shift this high pressure over there. And it's like, it's just all so rhythmic and in tune. Does that make sense? I know that it's crazy and it's destructive, but it's so beautiful and so fascinating at the same time. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Drea. I'm glad y'all are here today. So let's dive in. Let me just say this. I'm really glad to be back too. One thing that I have definitely learned about myself is when I am in a certain place, sometimes it's better for me just to sit the F down. And I'd really been just having a lot of questions, and I'll be the first to admit that I broke my own rules. So when Hurricane Harvey, when it actually upgraded to a hurricane and we knew for sure that it was coming this way, like I allowed myself to go into that 24/7, news cycle of like weather and trying to get a grasp on where it is, and really just like fear and doubt. And I won't even really say panic. I won't even really say fear, but I'll just say that lower vibrational energy just really started to set in. And there were a couple of days where I sat down and I was like, all right, I need to do my live stream. And I was like, And what is, I'll just make a long story short by saying one thing that I have learned about myself, one thing that I have learned about my readings, that I have learned about the decks, is that if I am not in the right place, don't even touch them. Like, whew. So I'll just say that I think that it was necessary for me to sit down for a little bit to process some of the things that I've been encountering. Not good, not bad, just are. Realizations, understandings of self, of others, of relationships, situations, things around me. And, really, we've just had I don't want to use the word turbulent. I'll just say we've had a wild ride of an energy season, like starting just before eclipse season, even to getting out of Mercury getting out of retrograde yesterday. So it's been pretty wild, and I've just really had to catch myself to recognize that, Sharita, this is energy. And so if it does not align with your highest purpose, we don't have to claim it. We don't have to grab onto it. We don't have to even gravitate towards it. We just allow it to do what it needs to do, recognize what we need to recognize, and to let it flow. So I've gotten a lot more clarity about myself and about my position. And one thing I'll tell you in particular, guys, is like the mission stayed the same, but the what and the how, I've gotten a lot more clarity on them and understanding of myself. So I'm really, really excited for today's reading, to dive in and all of that good jazz. So, oh, let me check here. Drea says, I was just saying the same to Travis last night, how devastating storms are, but how cool they are to see on the maps. Oh my God. Right though? Right? It's just, it blows me. Like, it's so, I find myself getting excited, and I'm like, I'm watching it, you know, partially because obviously I want to know what's going on. But the other part of me is like, oh my God, this is so cool. Look at it. Look. You know, it's just, it blows my mind. You know, even right before Harvey, just noticing how there is a tree in particular that is maybe, I don't know, 20 yards from my front door. And it's like 2 days prior. It's a fruit tree. I think it's like some sort of grapefruit. I'm not really sure. And it's always full of birds, and how 2 days prior, like, they were just gone. How there are we've had an explosion of little lizards lately this summer, and how, you know, just a few days prior to the storm coming, and again, remember, the storm didn't even hit Houston, how like they were gone, and my husband and I were like, where'd they go? You know, what does nature know? You know, it was absolutely wild. So anyway, we socialed it up. Let's go ahead and dive in. Thank you, God. Thank you to our goddesses, our angels, our guides, our fairies, for all the amazing guidance and direction. You know, it's been amazing seeing the different thoughts and progression that everyone has gone through, including myself, through their news feeds and their understandings over these past few weeks. And we ask that you continue to help us to step into our authentic lives, recognize who and what it is that we are here and meant to be, and who we are here to help, and whom is also here to help us. We ask that you guide and direct our readings, make them, as always, clear and concise, so we know how to apply them to our lives. We also ask that you can, as we learn how to apply these to our lives, that you help us to move forward in boldness and in confidence, and being able to let our light shine. And finally, we ask that anyone who hears this message be blessed by it. And all these wonderful things we ask in unconditional love. Amen. All right, let's dive in. Okay, where is our message coming from, y'all? I know for sure we're going to talk to our fairies. Okay, I'm staring at our goddesses. I guess we're talking to our goddesses and our fairies. Thank you, goddesses. I'm going to shuffle. Let's get some freshness. And we just had a full moon. I mean, let's not, excuse me. Today is full moon. Is today full moon? Today's full moon, guys, right? You know what's crazy is ever since Harvey, like, I have no clue what day it is. No clue, let alone the date. Like, I don't even know if it's Tuesday or Wednesday, let alone if it's like the 7th or the 8th or, you know. Oh, the 6th. Thank you, goddesses. What do you have for us today? What do you have for us? What do we need to know? Hold on. What is the better question? Okay. That was clear. That was very clear. Where is it we need to shift? What is it we need to shift? Where is it we need to shift into? What shifting do we need to do? I think the message I'm hearing it is where is it that we need to shift? How many cards? I think we're getting 4 cards. There's 2. Thank you, goddesses. What do you have for us today? Help us to understand the shift. Okay, that was the better question. All right, and let's talk to our, how many cards are we getting? Okay, total of 7. So we're going to get 3 cards from our fairies, and then we'll dive in. Thank you, fairies. I just want to get a good shuffle on these. Thank you, fairies. What is it that you have for us today? And I really think our fairies are going to have some action for us. What is it that we need to know? What do you have for us today? Cut the deck. Okay. That was very clear. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm hitting buttons. That was my fault. I apologize. I'm hitting buttons. Okay. Okay. So let's hit the right buttons this time and dive in. All right, and I'm just going to actually scoot my laptop back and out of the way. Okay, y'all. So, hey, Nicole. Hey, Marvin. All right, the first card we have is Saraswati, and this is just, I love this because we get it so much. Express yourself through creative activities. Express yourself through creative activities. So what I just heard right off top is stepping more into your authentic self. Like, one of the question we asked in particular is, what is it we're supposed to know with this shift? And now is the time in particular, if this is something that you haven't been doing or haven't been working on, now in particular, you're being called, you're being drawn, work with what's here, work with what's now. Now is the time to really begin to step into your authentic self. And, okay, someone in particular, you've been shown, you've been guided, you've been directed, you know for a fact, your head and your heart are fighting. You know for a fact what you're supposed to be doing. You know you have everything that you need to do what you're supposed to do, but your head is going, but it has to look like A, B, and C. And your heart's going, it doesn't have to look like anything in particular. It just has to be. So express yourself through creative activities. If you're having trouble, if you're feeling blocked in that self-expression, in that walking your authentic self, find the creative things. And you'll find that that begins to flow within you. So playing music, dancing, writing, talking, you know, and again, for writing, it could be, there are a lot of you who are great with spoken words. Some of you who are great through fiction. Some of you who are great just in doing your own creative writing, writing out journaling, that you keep it for yourself. This doesn't necessarily mean you have to go share it with the world, but just express yourself. Let your inner light shine. And as you begin to do so, you get greater understanding. Look at the sun behind her head and her foot in the lily. But you get greater understanding of your life purpose, of who you are. Rhiannon, sorceress. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. Sorry, guys. Hopefully you can see that a little better. Rhiannon. I mean, I think we talk so much about this that it's really clear, y'all. Really what I'm feeling about this in particular is that we are in a season of being. We're shifting to a place of not just, you know, in the past, as we were working, you know, and we're still always working, but as we were really diving into the shadow to recognize what it is that's holding us back, that fear, that lack, that doubt, that insecurity, right? And we were working to move past those. Now is the point where we're actually being who and what it is that we know we are to be, that we know we are capable of being. And again, you're a magical person. You manifest your clear intentions into reality. The next card we have, Mary Magdalene, unconditional love. Love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearance may be. Love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearance may be. And again, one of the things that I love in particular with this is that we notice she's holding the receptacle, like the empty receptacle at her heart. Allow yourself to be filled with love. And as you allow yourself to be filled with love, it allows you to then see others, to love yourself, others in every situation, to see things with compassion. We don't have to like a person or like a situation to show and express love. Does that make sense, y'all? I think that makes sense. Y'all feel me on that. And what I love in particular, this next card, Artemis, Guardian. I love this card. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. Let's see if I can focus that a little better. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. So as you walk into this state of being, as you walk into this state of self-expression, the state of knowing that your clear intentions are manifesting, as you begin to operate more and more out of love, you know that you're guarded. You and your loved ones are guarded and you're spiritually protected. What's so cool about this is a lot of times it's hard, or it feels hard or difficult to put ourselves out there, to really do that creative expression, to even sometimes to love yourself and to love others in other situations, because we don't want to be left out there hanging. You know what I mean? We don't want to be vulnerable. But no, Artemis is telling you that as you do these things, that you and your loved ones are safe and you're spiritually protected. Now is the time to move from a state of doing to a state of being. I heard this from one of my favorite astrologists, Kelly Rossano. She said, don't forget, you're a human being, not a human doing. So as we've done a lot of that physical work, a lot of that mental work, a lot of that spiritual work, now is the place where we can really start to walk into, we can start being, right? Being who it is that we know we are meant to be. We know that we're fully supported. We know that our clear intentions manifest. We know that as we receive love, we can give love. As we operate from a more loving standpoint, we do it out of trust, right? We can be vulnerable out of trust, not vulnerable out of fear. We got that message, one of our last messages. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. All right, so let's talk to our fairies real quick. I love this in particular because I know for a fact that I wasn't the only one going through it with all of this energy. Healing, healed, healer. Healing energy surrounds you and this situation. So some of that BS that you may feel or that you have felt over the last weeks, months, maybe even for some people currently. Some of you, I just have to laugh because like what I feel is that you get what I'm about to say before I even say it. For a lot of most of us who have been dealing, or those who have been dealing with things and feelings, even if they're reoccurring feelings coming up, you're getting greater understanding, greater clarity. You are in a position now where you're being healed from these old wounds, from these old hurts, from these old negative thoughts, these old negative feelings, these old negative actions. You're at a crossroads, essentially. And the cool part about the crossroads is you're not at a dead stop trying to decide, do I go left, right, center, stand still, go backwards? You're already in the direction you need to be. The healing energy already surrounds you. I think this is more about trust. Healing energy surrounds you and this situation. And what I love in particular about this card is we just see it's like it's been granted, like the healing energy, the divine healing energy has been granted to you. It's in your hands. It's in your hands. Remembering that you're a sorceress, you're a sorcerer. You're a magical person. You manifest And that includes, we're not just talking about, y'all, we're not just talking about you manifest money, you manifest houses, you manifest relationships. We're talking about, you know, it's more than just the physical stuff. Healing past hurts. You manifest the ability, you can manifest, or you possess the ability to manifest healing within your life, within your relationships, within your own thoughts, within your own relationship to self. I love this. New career. Your work focus is shifting in a positive, new, and successful direction. So again, one thing that I really want to be clear about with career is, for some of you, you're in the career that you're meant to be in. Some of you, this is more personal. This is like a career way of thinking, a career way of being. The essence of who you are is shifting into a more positive, a new and successful direction. Because again, now you're in that state of being. We're not just thinking about it. We're not just talking about it. But now we're about it, right? We're walking the walk. Nicole says, yes, yes, yes. You know it, girl. With the stuff I found out about my ex recently. Needed to hear about the healing. Yeah, Nicole, that was pretty shocking to read. I'm so sorry. That's all I can say. That's just like, that was flooring. And, you know, God bless your grandpa who never complained or brought that burden to you, you know, to say, oh my gosh, Nicole. So it's a lot of this is coming up, I think, just as a reflection to recognize how far we've come, but B, what we need to continue to drop and to let go of. Because I'm no longer that person. I'm no longer, you know, in the place of just talking about it. Now I'm being about it. And I just love this when we see, it's funny, I'm sorry, I'm tripping. I'm using my mouse on the screen, and I just remembered y'all can't see my mouse. But what I love in particular is just look where everything is emanating from. Let me see if we can get just a little bit closer. Sorry, guys. That's a little wonky. No. Oh, it's plugged in. Sorry, so it's pulling on the cord. All right, but just the love. Remember Mary Magdalene told us unconditional love. Love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearance may be. And what's so cool about that is it's like the love, the immense love, is like enough to move the waves, right? To create waves. It's enough to part the ocean, so to speak. And that is an immense force. That's an extremely immense force. Okay, let me keep going. Practice, practice, practice. With daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. So, one thing again I love about this card, and I'm just going to come back and kind of drill in on this card again. We got this card a couple of months ago, and y'all remember ever since then, what have I always talked about? We see ourselves from already inside the kingdom gates, right? We're not on the outside looking in. You already are that person who you want to be. For some of you, in relation to an actual career, you're being called upon to just continue to practice, continue to do what you know to do. And as you do so, you polish your skills, your talents, you increase your confidence. And again, remember, as your confidence increases, you begin to manifest those clear intentions into reality. Sometimes when our confidence isn't a little shaky, chances are our intentions are a little shaky as well, because our intentions might be coming out of fear. They might be coming out of lack. They might be coming out of uncertainty. So again, as you move further into expressing yourself, and look at this girl. She's already inside the kingdom gates, chilling with her unicorn at her feet, and she's expressing herself creatively, practicing her music. She's in her own kind of special, I don't want to say la la land, but she's in her own kind of sacred place, her own comfortable getaway, and she's being who she's meant to be. She's practicing. With daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. I love that. Hold on, let me just peek at this for a minute. I feel like there's a little bit more. Cole says, love that practice card, ties everything together, right? Practice being who you're supposed to be. Hold on, guys. I want to get just a little more clarity. Just looking for it here. The fairies love to play musical instruments, and they know that consistent practice increases their enjoyment, confidence, and competency. In the same vein, you drew this card because you've asked how to accomplish something. The answer is for you to invest time practicing and working on your daily goal. Even a few minutes will add up to big progress. For example, writing 1 page a day will lead to a complete book by the end of the year. Push yourself to practice, beginning today. So a couple of different ways you can take this card would maybe be like to take up a new hobby or, try a new skill. Maybe join a class, learn something new. Open a private practice, conduct healings or other one-on-one work. Or maybe take some private lessons to polish your skills. Another way you can take this card is really that it's time for you to showcase your talents publicly. Right? Because it's one thing to practice at home or in our minds, but it's something else to get out and start practicing in front of other people. So for some of you, if you've been practicing, you might be urged to start to take it a little more public. Maybe it's a way for you to, take active steps towards your goal in order to realize your dream. So the biggest thing that we take from this card in particular is to act, to be active, to take steps, right? Remembering, healing energy surrounds you and this situation. And for those of you especially who are looking to take it a little more public, you and your loved ones are safe and you're spiritually guided. Really what I just heard was trust yourself, trust your instinct. Doing so is going to allow you to give new ways of being, give way to new ways of being. Now, this just kind of hit me like a ton of bricks just now. There have been some things that I've been wanting to do business-wise, and I've just been really, the last few days in particular, like how can I make that happen? And really what my guides just told me, like in an instant, was consistency. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep moving forward, and the opportunity will reveal itself. What I just heard is it's there. Hold on, what was that? It's there and it's available, but you have to go get it. You go get it by moving forward, by being consistent, by practicing, and remaining patient. All right. That was like a big ding dong in the face to me. Unconditional love. Love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. And the thing that I love in particular about this, guys, is our fairies have been telling us quite a bit, up until, just recently even, that things come to pass, that things come to fruition in the fall. I don't know about you, but kids are back in school. It's getting pretty close. Don't focus on what the outward appearance may be. Continue to practice. Continue to move forward. Continue to do what needs to be done. Get clear about your intentions, because you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. What I just heard is if you feel like you've been running around, you need to clarify. And where it all began, or where it all begins, is expressing yourself, stepping into the consciousness, the understanding, the knowledge of who you are, allowing yourself to grow, allowing yourself to be watered. And really what I love about this is as you express yourself through creative activities, that is like your form of practice. Let it flow are the words that I'm hearing. I think that just about sums us up. That is just so awesome. So awesome. I'm going to move my phone over here. Bear with me. I was just... I'm like, hold on, slow down. What am I supposed to say and not say? Really, all what I just heard is focus on being you. The rest will flow. The rest will come. Be patient. Focus on being you. Now that's interesting. I'm here to guide you. It's Archangel Raziel. Yeah, I'm here to guide you. Okay, that's it. All right, y'all, let's social it up one more time. Focus on being you. Focus on being you. Wow. I am here to guide you. Archangel Raziel. All right. I'm sorry. I think we're getting one more card. I tried to say no. Obviously, you saw me. I was like, we're done. I don't think we're quite done. How many cards? One card. Okay. This is coming from our energy deck. Hello. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Action. All right. Action. Energize, effort, willingness to work. This card tells you that now is the time for more aggressive forward movement. The galloping horses represent intentional and concerted action directed to your goals. This card upright indicates that you are on the right track, but your determined efforts must increase. The white horse is the inner action of spirit and thought. The black horse is the outer work that still needs to be done. So continue taking action and trust your intuition. In time, you'll break through and see the results you've been working so hard to create. Oh my God. I swear I couldn't make it up if I tried. Let me just read this one more time. This card tells you that now is the time for more aggressive movement forward. The galloping horses represent intentional and concerted action towards your goals. This card upright indicates that you are on the right track, but your determined efforts must increase. The white horse is inner action of spirit and thought. The black is the outer work that still needs to be done. So continue taking action and trust your intuition. In time, you'll break through and see the results you've been working so hard to create. Holy cow. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so I think that pretty much sums that up for today. Action, be yourself. You've been doing a lot of the inner and the physical work, or the inner spiritual work, right? We've been doing the love and light. We've been doing the shadow work. We've been coming into understanding. We've been meditating. We've been focusing, getting clear with our intentions. But now we're being directed. We need to step up our physical game, right? I can admit to that one myself. All right, y'all. I love you lots. Thank you so much to our gods, to God, to our angels, our fairies, our guides, for the amazing message today. Messages. Focus on being you and take action. Step your game up. I love you lots. I hope you have an amazing Wednesday. Hey, don't forget to get your hump on. That's serious. Okay. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.